Hello, LEGO fans. Welcome to the LEGO dungeon in the deepest, darkest area of my house. I have a LEGO sorting system set up, and I've been sorting like a madman for months now. And so this has been what's been keeping me busy off and on for this past many months. And so I've been working on sorting LEGO. I got 2 of these big bins right here. I got 4 more behind me. And they are all full except for the one I just showed you is almost at the bottom, finally. I have not perfected the sorting system yet, but I'm getting better and faster. And so basically I got all these little bins that have different categories of pieces in. And then I have this thing next to me, which right to my right here. And this is basically, it's 4 tiers of these little plastic bins that can come out, so it's pretty cool. I've been putting all my basic stuff in here, so you have my plates, my bricks, my slopes, my modified plates, modified bricks, my round Lego, and my long bricks and plates. Up here on my table here, hold on, sorry guys. I'll bring you up here, and so I got like large plates and some other oddball pieces up here. But you know, for most of the part, I got some minifigure parts. I got some plant parts. I got doors and windows. I got all kinds of different parts. My Transclear parts over here. I got some Technic rod, Technic pieces. I got Technic bricks. I got some masonry brick. We got some old school wagon wheels over here. We got these weird big plastic noodles. We got some printed parts. We have what else is there? This is animal parts and animals. We got small detail parts. We got tile. We got all kinds of different categories. So basically I take a bucket, stick it into my big bin, pour a little bit out onto this tray that I have set out, and then I just slide around the parts. So as you can see, I have small detail parts right here. I have a thing of modified bricks here. That's a modified plate. I accidentally put it in the wrong spot, evidently. I have a small stack of vehicle parts and some other randomness going on. So yeah. So at any rate, I've been at this off and on for a while, and I've been slowly going through it all, and yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's nice to actually be able to go through stuff and then find stuff you didn't even know you had, and then find parts that either you didn't know you had or you really didn't know you had so many. Ooh, there's a big eyeball that goes in with the animal parts. You really didn't realize you had so many, and plant part. And it's just absolutely just crazy. And then and as much stuff as I have that I'm ripping apart and kind of investing into reinserting into my collection of parts, I also turn around, and I haven't done it in a while, you know, for obvious reasons, because once I realized how much Lego I had, I was buying bulk Lego, and I was like sorting it and cleaning it, and it was just absolutely insane. And now looking back on that, like I wish I didn't buy as much bulk Lego as I did, because most of the time I would get bulk Lego and it would still be a good deal, but I would find so much non-Lego stuff in there, or some stuff that was not even building blocks in general. I found a live bullet once in a crate of Lego, and it was just like, dude, are you serious? Like, holy moly. Most of the time, you know, because I usually try to go from like $5 to $8 a pound at the most. Like the closer to $5 a pound I can find. And usually you have to buy a pretty, like a 5 to 10 pound lot in order to get it down that low. But you got to realize a lot of times they pull out all the minifigures and they pull out all the good parts. So you got to really look at the lot and see if there's any parts that really catch your eye, because if there is, that means you might actually turn around and find something good in that lot. So it might be worthwhile getting, but at the same time, you could end up getting something where it only, like I've gotten one thing where like there was only like 10 parts that were actual Lego. The rest of it was like, it wasn't even Mega Bloks. It was like generic. I want to say it was Tyco or something, I want to say. Long story short, like I did message the seller because they advertised that it was 10 pound of authentic Lego. Now, if it was mostly Lego with, I wouldn't even bothered, but for the fact that it was, I think might have been like just literally a handful of Lego parts in that entire box. So, I did get my money back, and they just told me to go ahead and keep it, and they apologized because they thought it was just Lego, and I was just, no. I was like, it wasn't even Mega Bloks. It was like Tyco or something. And long story short, I think I turned around, took that to Goodwill, and dropped it off. But, it just goes to show you, you got to be careful. You got to turn around and really look at the photos and stuff very carefully. But it's still really exciting. It's kind of like a treasure trove, like looking into a collection and finding really cool stuff. Like I found some really cool minifigures and minifigure parts and just absolutely awesome stuff. Like the one I found, it was trolls from the old castle line. Technically they're orcs, but I found one of the flags in there. Oh man, dude! Still to this day, one of my favorite finds. I don't know why, but I've always really liked orcs, and so when I found that orc flag in there, and it was still in good condition, it wasn't scratched up, it wasn't bent all crazy or anything like that. So I was like super happy to get it, and since I have a small orc / troll collection. Of course, I'm going to use that, so very cool find. Another thing I found I turned around, I was looking, they had this thing where Lego Harry Potter sets, it was the first of the new line that they first brought back. It was the first year they brought Harry Potter back. And they supposedly GameStop had a bunch of Lego Harry Potter sets on sale. Weirdly enough, none of my local GameStops had any. So I stopped at this one GameStop, and the guy's like, dude, are you looking for any kind of Lego? I was like, yeah, dude, Lego's Lego, man. I was like, yeah. I was like, we love Lego. And so he was like, well, he's like, I have a bunch of Lego. He's like, I was just going to go ahead and just drop it off over to Salvation Army. He's like, if you want it, you can have it. And I said, well, how much do you want for it? He's like, no. He's like, I was just going to give it away. So long story short, he had a huge, it was like an oddball collection, I guess. So, but it was a lot of Lego Dimensions, which I already had all the Lego Dimensions. So, but still it was cool to see, and it was cool to get because it was free. Free Lego's free Lego, right? So, long story short, I also found the Iron Patriot War Machine from the Polybag was in there, and the Polybag version of Elrond was in there, as well as some other oddball, like there was a bunch of decent Polybag minifigures that were actually worth some decent money too. And it's like, so I go back there and I tell him, I says, hey, I was like, there was some decent value in that stuff that you gave me. And he's like, I feel like I need to give you something. And he's like, oh, no. He's like, no. He's like, it's fine. He's like, I was just happy. He's like, I was just going to give it away anyhow. So, and he just wouldn't take anything for it. And I was just like, wow. It's like, still to this day, I kind of feel bad. I mean, it's not like I turned around and went and sold any of that stuff to make money or anything. So, but at the same time, like I wanted him to know that, some of that stuff was worth a little bit. And so still to this day, I still have my Iron Patriot War Machine, because he is just absolutely awesome. They actually did, I believe they brought him back, though. They did another version of that, so I don't know if that retained the value or not. But regardless, still cool to have. And it was one of my favorite things that happened to me, that was just like, it was crazy. This guy was just like, hey, here, free, you know. So at any rate, I just figure I would share a little bit of my sorting with you. And also, yeah, like, I do a lot of, when I do my final sorts, like, I will turn around and I don't sort by color. So like I'll have a bunch of L bricks all in the same bin, different colors and stuff, because I can easily find like the red, blues, blacks, etc. And so, you know, that being said, you know, there are some that I do like I'll have like the 1x blue, like trans blue plates and stuff, or water and stuff I might use, for example. Those all be in, when it's final sort, it'll all be in a bin by themselves. So all those different trans clear blue will all be in separate bins for different water effects and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just, yeah. Because if you, in my opinion, you sort too much stuff, unless you have a really gigantic collection, it just, I feel like it would just take up way too much space trying to sort everything into separate colors and parts. So I just do it by part and then keep all the colors together, because I can easily go into a bin and see, you know, what color I need, you know what I mean? So, but at any rate, this video is running a little longer than I expected it to, but so I'm going to continue to sort out some of these parts and stuff, but I figure I'll let you guys go. I figure it might be kind of interesting. You have any questions about my sorting method or anything like that, hit me down the notifications down below. You know, I'm more than happy to get a conversation going, or just talk for a bit, or, you know, answer any questions that you might have. I'll be doing some future videos, hopefully very, very soon. I got some plans here very soon. So, but at any rate, let me let you guys go. I will catch you in the next video. And this is Bricks on a Budget telling you, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. I will talk to you later, guys. This is Bricks on a Budget telling y'all, get built. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.